A massive new House of Representatives this week held a hearing on the U.S. southern border, and they invited our next guest, 24-year veteran of the Customs and Border Protection, J.J. Carroll, to Capitol Hill to testify in front of Congress to help make sense of all of it. And J.J. joins us now. J.J., I'm sure this hearing went amazing. I'm sure you educated all of the House of Representatives about this, and I'm sure right now they're about to seal our southern border. Am I right?
Oh, you're absolutely right, Clayton. They were so on top of it. When I left after 2 hours, I felt so confident that our elected leaders were going to take care of it. Absolutely.
Of course, I'm being entirely facetious, and I know, unfortunately, how terrible these hearings go. It's like a dog and pony show. So, I mean, they invited you to Capitol Hill to do what? And what were you able to present to them? And were they open to your suggestions and testimony?
Well, this was about the open border policies of Joe Biden and Harris and Mayorkas administration. And more specifically, it was about the DHS or HHS losing over 320,000 unaccompanied alien children, from minors, meaning babies, to 17 years old. We didn't talk about anything. I gave my opening statement for 5 minutes, and then they proceeded to tell me that I'm a racist like Donald Trump. And then a congresswoman from, I don't even know where she's from her name's Congresswoman Ramirez, actually lied about me for 5 minutes straight and called me names and made disparaging comments about my character. Then she said, I'm unqualified to speak about the border. And I just sitting there like, is anybody going to stand up and talk for me? And then she says, which made me more mad than anything, because they played the race card. And she says, look what we found in your Twitter account. And I'm like, okay, I have nothing to hide in my Twitter. I'm completely open. She pulls out a picture, not from my Twitter account, Clayton, some random picture about January 6th with the noose hanging out around in the picture. So you know what that means to a white man with a noose, that I'm a racist, that I believe in slavery, and that I want to hang black men in the Deep South. And I'm sitting there going, that I can't speak because they have me blocked, but I'm going, that's not my ex account. She's disparaging me. And then if you know about anything about the congressional hearings, once their time's up, Clayton, they go, well, okay, my time's up. And then I'm looking around like, well, hold on a second. Someone just slandered me for 5 minutes. Do I even get it to retort that? Nope, just sit there and take it, JJ. And then this is what's even more shocking to me, Clayton, because it's not about me. And I knew that they were going to say bad things about me. This is about losing 320,000 children. I know that it's 500,000, and they're being raped and murdered right now. And I told them, I said, right now, the statistical probability that thousands of children are being raped right now as we speak in this chamber is 100%. And you know what they do? Well, I would be in the middle of saying something. They go, well, time's up. Okay, hold on. We're not talking about fracking or monetary policy. We're talking about children that we've brought in that are being raped and murdered. And you want to do times out, and then finally, okay, hit the gavel, we're done. Nothing's been accomplished. We're talking about human lives here, that America is allowed to be destroyed, and we don't care. The callousness, the apathy, the ignorance, the gross stupidity of our government, and on top of that, the absolute arrogance of these leaders it's astounding, Clayton. I left completely frustrated, angry, resentful to them, and I may never go back. Never. It's a kabuki theater, and it's all for show.
And it almost feels like satanic, like these people that are running this show. I mean, I couldn't imagine being a member of Congress sitting there, and I have someone of your stature, your experience in front of me telling me what's happening to children across the United States, and then she has her agenda, this Ramirez, to impugn you and to demean your character and to call you a racist, essentially, and ignoring the death and the raping of these children is horrendous. To me, it's demonic. It's almost really, in many ways, satanic. And I really feel like I hope we wake up in this country and kick these people out immediately.
You know what? But the Republicans are just as bad. The Republicans have no idea what's going on. There's no sense of urgency. I mean, okay, look, I'm one Congressman, Ivey from Maryland. He starts his open statements by pulling out, cherry picking things that I said in a podcast like 3 years ago, I guess. I don't know. And I'm like, okay, well, who cares about that? Can we talk about the children being lost? And then he says to me and to the panel, well, I look at this testimony and I see that you're saying that the children's organs are being harvested. And he goes just like this. Wow, I've never heard of that before. Where's that actually happening? Like mocking us. And I'm like, are you even in the realm of reality? You're so stupid. And then on top of that, you pile on arrogance, which is a deadly combination. And I'm just look around like, am I crazy? Did I just end up in the Twilight Zone or an insane asylum? And I'm the guy that's the odd man out? And everyone's just kind of nodding like, yeah, what about the organ harvesting? Is that real? And I'm just like, oh my God, where do we start here? Where can we've murdered 60 million babies in the womb. Planned Parenthood selling baby parts, all baby. It's not even contested. It's this. That's what it is. You're mutilating kids' genitals. DHS, your own DHS and IGs come out and said you've lost all the children, Clayton, all of them. And you're sitting here arguing with me that, well, I haven't seen the organ harvesting. Of course you haven't. Just like you haven't seen the drug cartels. They don't go open and go, hey, Clayton, I'm over here. I just want you to know that I'm smuggling fentanyl, heroin, and cocaine over the border. Just want you to know so you can take videos of me. Okay, yeah, I'm ripping open a child's body. I'm ripping out all their organs. I just want you to film it. Can you put on 60 Minutes, please, so everybody's aware that we're doing this?
Right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like it's going to be on the nightly news. Right, yeah. Exactly. This is all being done in the darkest recesses of America right now.
Yes, but they're like, you need to show me proof. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I said, I wanted to say, look at my documentary. I interview all the people that are in this business and they tell you, and they're like, I even said one time, well, in my documentary, I show, no, that's all right. I don't need to hear it. And I'm like, okay. Oh my God. I can't believe I wasted a day of my life coming to speak to you morons.
Yeah, because they don't want it on the congressional record. Because once you say, here, watch my documentary, let's enter it into the record. Then it's on. Then it's in the congressional record. They don't want that. They don't want to see this proof. They want to keep it hidden and they want to keep it going. Is exactly what's happening. And of course, the rush. And I mean, at least heartening is that you've got a guy like Tom Homan coming in as head of border czar, who's not going to. And you've watched his congressional testimony.
Yes,
he doesn't stand. He doesn't stand for these people at all. And so I'm excited. At least there's some silver linings here. About what's, I think, what's about to happen here. And I hope so. I mean, overnight, though, JJ, we see this.
To get them into court and get them processed as quick as they can. So there's millions upon millions that Donald Trump is going to have to figure a way to get them out. But there is a silver lining, and that is Tom Homan and President Trump. But their task is so overwhelming, because they are going to be fighting the government. Our government is corrupt to the core. Just because Donald Trump won and has great picks, and I applaud him, I'm telling you that the layers of corruption are so deep, so entrenched, that it's going to take just an incredible amount of effort to get us back to normal.
Right. When you have this massive cover-up operation of child sex trafficking, child organ harvesting, all of these things, the corruption runs incredibly deep. So I hope he's able to peel these onions back. But I'm so disheartened to hear about your testimony. You think, oh, we're going to be able to shine a light on this in front of Congress, the House of Representatives of the United States government. I'm going to Capitol Hill, this shining beacon of light. And it ends up being this kabuki theater. It's so disheartening.
You know what, Clayton? What makes it even worse is when you sit there and the people are physically elevated above you on a dais, right? So they're talking down at you, and they're so grossly incompetent, and they are so stupid. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just pointing out a fact. They're stupid. I'm listening to them speak. Some of them can't even speak in correct grammar. They have no idea. They stumble upon themselves. They have no idea what they're even talking about. And all of a sudden we end up in January 6th and racism. And I'm like, hold on a second. Children are being raped right now. Can I repeat that one more time? Children are being raped under the color of our flag, and we are doing nothing. Nothing. And they're like, no, adjourned. Time's up. And I'm just like, oh my God, if I ever allow myself to be in this position again, I'm going to punish myself because it's all my fault.
Yeah, they've got to go to a lunch with lobbyists, so they got to get out of there as quickly as they can. JJ Carroll, well, thank you for keeping up the good fight despite these morons in Washington. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I think we're breaking through. At least I hope we are, and in some small way. JJ, great to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Clayton, as always.
If you suffer from daily pain, I need you to listen to this message very carefully. What we know about pain relief is changing forever. As we age, aches and pains are normal, and we're all searching for effective ways to relieve pain without side effects and addiction. Let's be frank, we've all seen the horrors of the opioid crisis. You may even be affected personally. Your family might know someone that has been affected by this. That's where a pioneering medical scientist comes in, Clint Winters. You may have seen the world-renowned health expert featured in the national media. He's unveiled a natural pain reliever that has taken the world by storm. And I'm talking about Canoladine, the 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief without dangerous pills. As you read this right now, Canoladine has become the go-to pain reliever for over 1 million Americans, hundreds of professional athletes. It was even named as the UFC's #1 official pain reliever for the UFC. Right now, you guys can try it. Go to trykano.com/redacted, and you're going to get it for less than $1 per day. You can access the only Canoladine product in the world for less than $1 per day. Clint has provided this special link for you guys. You can guys get this special discount. Just go to trykano.com/redacted. I see a bunch of people in the chat who've already ordered this. Give it a shot. If you suffer from chronic pain, you don't want to have that addiction from drugs, try kano.com/redacted, the 100% drug-free Canoladine. Try it for less than $1 a day.